All right, here we go. We're back again. This is Heliod, Sun Crowned. Fairly resilient deck. And the goal for this deck is you want to try and get activations with Heliod, Walking Ballista, or Triskelion. Try and kill your opponents by pinging them. If that doesn't work, there's lots of ways to generate infinite mana in this deck. So here's Triskelion and Walking Ballista. Getting infinite mana, we can also use Staff of Domination and a rocket launcher. We can recur the rocket launcher from our graveyard through many different ways in this deck, which is kind of a cool old school nod. So there's that. We have some creature tutors, Recruiter, Ranger of Eos, Hope of Girpur. Boromir helps us with locking out our opponents, and then we have Ranger Captain as well. We have some alternative win cons, Rest in Peace and Helm of Obedience. If things don't go our way, if we can either tutor up the Rest in Peace with idyllic tutor, or have one piece of the combo in hand, can tutor up the Helm as well. Approach is like a red herring. You play it the first time and you just let people squirm, and they interact with you, and then you just go off. Otherwise, it's pretty fun actually. You can do all this at instant speed with Emergent Zone. Some of the things here with Karn the Great Creator and Mycosynth Lattice gives you a lot of time to set up, locking out your opponents as well. We have some reducers in Foundry, Jorah's Familiar, and Courser. We have a natural Auriok Salvagers and Lion's Eye Diamond. This is a cool X-Men proxy for Lion's Eye Diamond that I have. The other one is Sensei's Divining Top, another cool X-Men proxy, Aetherflux Reservoir, Mystic Forge. And then we have our Teshar Loops. We can recur things back to the graveyard to hand and use things like a Grinding Station, make infinite mana, KCI, Ashnod's Altar with those loops. Another one is Enduring Renewal loops, where you have free creatures. You can also have Cost Reducer with Ugin, and you can do the same thing, create infinite colorless mana with these creatures, and as we sacrifice them to the Ashnod's Altar, KCI, and blasting stations. So that's kind of what this deck is doing. It is not a stacks deck, although there's a few stacks pieces in it. We are just trying to piece together one of the many combos in the deck, and if one doesn't work, we can always rely on the others to get what we need. So let's do a couple test hands here and see where this takes us. Okay. All right, here's our first 7. And in this hand, we have Enlightened Tutor, Plains, Ganjo, Plains, Recruiter of the Guard, Scroll Rack, and a Mishra's Bauble. This is not bad in a way. We have lots of interaction. We can search out some artifact mana or an artifact that we want. Turn 3, it looks like we can get Ballista in hand. We have Scroll Rack to put cards from our hand and onto our deck and rearrange things as we want. So we could play this. It's not the fastest hand, but we could play it. Let's say we play it. Here's our first card. We have Reprieve. Second is Plains, Approach, Rest in Peace, and a Secluded Step. It's not the greatest, but who knows what can happen. Sometimes people just don't even interact with you, and you just naturally draw into what you want. So let's just assume that we didn't keep that hand. Going down to 7 for a free maul again. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. We have land tax, that's perfect. Minas Tirith, a cool proxy for Grim Monolith. War of Silence, Plains, Starhelm, and a Memnite. Not the best hand. Land tax gets us places, but we are essentially forced to be drawing into things. I don't like this type of hand at all. Definitely mull it down to 6 in that case, as this is our free mull. But with land tax, you can start getting lands out of your deck, at least for the first few turns. Like I say, I don't like it. I would ship it back. Okay, so this is on a mull to 6. You can always play Heliod early too if we draw into some fast artifact mana. Okay, here's our 6. Soul Ring Wasteland, Windbreast, Fairy's Protection, Teshar, perfect, Jeweled Lotus, and KCI. This hand has a lot of things going for it. We don't have any card draw, which is an issue. A cool proxy for Jeweled Lotus here. Get Darker Commander out turn 1. In addition to these two, we can ship the Teferi's Protection back as our. This is a mull to 6, so we can definitely get there with a hand like this. Sometimes the hideaway land can be cool too if we can get multiple attackers on the field. So let's just see what we're going to draw off our first. We have a Grim Monolith, Sarah's Ascendant, cool. Turn 3, Sarah's Ascendant. Turn 2, Sarah's Ascendant. Strip Mine, Aether Flux, and Mana Vault. Getting a few places, but no real combos or tutors. So that'd be a pretty difficult pod to play in. Ugin coming up. So, interesting. Sometimes you just kind of whiff. You think you have the best hand. You think you have everything going for you, and you just literally don't draw into anything. So it certainly helps to have some artifact tutors or creature tutors in order to get what you want in the deck, so that you can start getting your engine online. Okay, let's try again. Okay, let's do up to 7 this time. Okay, Magus of the Disc. Very useful when you're trying to get your artifacts into the graveyard to recur things. Enlightened Tutor, Esper Sentinel, Blasting Station, Secluded Step, Jorah's Familiar, and the One Ring. Definitely ship this back. It's too bad this wasn't a regular land, but that happens sometimes. So we're going to ship this back and take another free 7. So we have a Mindstone, Mirror Retriever, Windbreast, Grim Monolith, and an Ornithopter. Luck, good thing we shipped it back. Okay. Well, there's only about 30 lands in this deck. Lots of artifact mana. Okay, here we go again. Perfect 7. Idyllic Tutor, Plains, Ganjo, Aura of Silence, Treasure Hunter, Disenchant, and Aether Flux. No fast mana in this hand. I would definitely ship it back again. Take a big chance at running this hand. So we'd be going down to 6. But here's our first 5. Path, Warriok Salvagers, Emergent Zone, Tawnos Coffin, and a Plains. Good thing we shipped it back. Here's our mull to 6. We'll probably get exactly everything we want in this hand, so that we can set up some combos. There we go. 7 up. Here we have Teshar, perfect, Wasteland, Ganjo Castle, Strip Mine, Plains, Rest in Peace, and a KCI. This is something that you have no fast artifact mana. You could lay Rest in Peace to mess with your opponents. They'll definitely remove it before you get a chance to do your thing, is my experience. Let's say you get rid of the Wasteland as our Malta 6, and in our first card, second, third, Sensei's Top, fourth, Grim Monolith, and a Crypt. So, not the very best showing there for Teshar, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Some days you can't get what you want. Doesn't matter how good you mull. If you can aggressively mull down to 4